Good morning, Morgan, and good morning to any of Morgan's friends that are joining us for today's video. Excuse me, this is going to be the second to the last video for the Beautiful Soup series. This is going to cover generators and converting them from Beautiful Soup 3 to Beautiful Soup 4. You don't really need to watch this if you don't feel like it, but we have to make it because you might need it. Okay? There's going to be no code example with this, and by the way, the next video is going to be even shorter than this one, but they have to be made, and we have to put them out there in case you need them something to review. But you really don't need to watch this right now. But with that said, let's go ahead and start the reading.
Generators. I gave the generators PEP 8 compliant names and transformed them into properties. Child generator.
Blah, 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 blah. Here's what it used to be, and this is what it is now. Okay? So instead of saying tag parent generator, it's just tag parents. All right? Oh, but the gold kill still works, does it? Let's keep reading.
Some of the generators used to yield none after they were done, and then stop. That was a bug. Now the generators just stop. There are two new generators, dot strings and dot stripped _ strings. Dot strings yields navigable string objects, and dot stripped _ strings yields Python strings that have had white space stripped.
All right, very interesting, very enlightening. Now let's go to the XML bit.
There is no longer a Beautiful Stone Soup class for parsing XML. To parse XML, you pass an XML as the second argument to the Beautiful Soup constructor. For the same reason, the Beautiful Soup constructor no longer recognizes the isHTML argument. Beautiful Soup's handling of empty element XML tags has been improved. Previously, when you parsed XML, you had to explicitly say which tags were considered empty element tags. The self-closing tags argument to the constructor is no longer recognized. Instead, Beautiful Soup considers any empty tag to be an empty element tag. If you add a child to an empty element tag, it stops being an empty element tag.
Wow, that information is going to really... I'm going to completely change how I live my life now that I've got this wonderful information. All right, we're almost done. Let's finish it up with entities.
An incoming HTML or XML entity is always converted into the corresponding Unicode character. Beautiful Soup 3 had a number of overlapping ways of dealing with entities, which have been removed. The Beautiful Soup constructor no longer recognizes the smart quotes do or convert entities arguments. Unicode, damn it, still has smart _quotes _do, but its default is now to turn smart quotes into Unicode. The constants HTML _entities, XML _entities, and XHTML _entities have been removed, since they configure a feature, transforming some but not all entities into Unicode characters, that no longer exists. If you want to turn Unicode characters back into HTML entities on output, rather than turning them into UTF-8 characters, you need to use an output formatter.
All right, I'm sure this information is important somehow. How, I don't know. Or it wouldn't be here. But we've read it. It is now buried in our subconscious. I know this is, you're going to think that you've forgotten it, but it's going to be there somewhere. So that when the day comes, it might tickle your subconscious and it might go like, hey, I think there's a video. And that's when you come back and maybe then this makes sense. But for right now, you don't have to work too hard on memorizing that. And with that said, this video is done. You guys couldn't go out and play. And try not to get into too much trouble. And with that, we'll see you in the next video. All right? All right.